Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Monae and you guys are watching Life is Monae. Today's video is going to be about my most recent book haul, which is all the books that I ordered for a super discounted rate from thriftbooks.com. It's actually an app that I downloaded on my phone and on my tablet, and I was searching through the books and decided to just do a little mini book haul because the books were so affordable. Now, for those of you who haven't heard of Thrift Books, it kind of works like half price books or discounted books websites where you can buy it new, you can buy it kind of good as new, good, average. They sell it at a price based on the condition that it is in. And so some I got were new and some I got were used. And we're going to kind of walk through the conditions that the books were in when I purchased them and how I received them, and also the prices that I paid for them. I bought a total of 7 books, which came out to $55.27 with taxes. On this site, if you buy a minimum purchase of, I believe, $10, you get free shipping. So the $55 for 7 books is, in my opinion, a really good deal, because most books, especially newer books, are about $20 to $25 for one. I've gone to Barnes & Nobles and spent $50 on just 2 to 3 books. So the fact that I got 7 books within that price range is actually really good. So we're just gonna jump right into the books that I purchased. So the first book that I purchased is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in her series, and I believe it's also the first book in the Mortal Instrument series. I have not read these series at all, so I cannot tell you much about what goes on in there, and I'm super late because I did read the recent release from her called Chains of Gold, and this book is it's the first book in a new series that she's releasing that's in the same world, but it's dealing with the children of the characters in her first series, the Mortal Instrument series. It's dealing with their kids as opposed to the main characters that you guys got to follow along in this series. There are like 15 or 17 books in this series, so I'm not in a rush to get through them all, but I really did like Chain of Gold, and so I figured why not go back and catch up, especially because I like the kids. I've fallen in love with the kids, and they reference the main books and the beginning books so much throughout that book. I decided, you know what, it's worth the try of me going ahead and just grabbing the first book to see if I like it. I ordered this book. It said that the condition of this book was new, and for this book, condition new, it was $4.79, and it absolutely looks brand new. It did come with this little sticker on there, which I guess they use for inventory. There's a little bit of indentations on the book, but I guess that's from shipping and packaging. But even when I open up the book, like, I am shook that this book is in such a good condition for less than $5. The City of Mortal Instruments does have a barcode in the back that says that it retails for $13 US and 15 Canadian dollars. So that is the price difference from what I got. If you buy this book brand new, it will be $13 here in America, and I actually got it for $4, still in a brand new condition. The second book that I got was actually recommended to me by a high school classmate. This is one of her favorite series, and I'm always looking for good book recommendations, and I do value her opinion, so I'm kind of excited to get into this book. I bought this book in the condition good, and it was $7.59. The book does seem like it was read before. There are some scratches on the cover, but I am not bothered by that. And then there's also some lint and dust, and a little bit of tinting on the pages, but I'm not upset at that because when I opened the book, it is still in pretty good condition. And like I said, this one was $7.59. This book is supposed to be like a dark, immortal fantasy kind of world, and if you've watched my channel before, you know I'm super into any books that has the trope or storyline of fays. And so in this book, we follow a girl named Michaela, who I believe her sister was killed, and she left her some type of cryptic message, and now she's in this new country and she's trying to figure out what happened behind the mysterious murder of her sister. And she discovers that she possessed powers that she never knew she had, and she's going up against very powerful fae leaders or lords, whatever you want to call them in this book. And the story must be good because, like I said, there's 10 or 12 books in this series, so I am actually looking very forward to reading it. It did come with a little sticker just like in the other books. On the back says that it is $20 US and 25 Canadian dollars, so to get this book for $7 was definitely a steal, and I'm not mad at the condition that it came in. The book that I ordered was actually Cinder. I want to start reading these series as well. On the back it says that it retails for $10 US and 11 Canadian dollars, and I purchased this in condition very good, and it was $4.69. So this actually is in pretty good condition. When I open up the pages, they're all still very clear and pristine, and yeah, it feels like this book hasn't even been read by anybody. I don't even see any indentations in the book spine. This is a dystopian, from what I gather when I read the synopsis, it's kind of like a dystopian Cinderella retelling, and we follow a girl who is a cyborg, so I believe that she's not even completely human, and you can tell by the shoe that she's wearing, she has very mechanical legs underneath. So another book that I'm interested in reading. I believe that there are 3 or 4 books in these series, so it is going on my TBR shelf, but all these books that I purchased, I'm really not in a rush to read, but I definitely hope and pray that I get to them pretty soon, and I'm actually excited about it. So this is another one. Okay, so I recently read a book by Marie Lu that I am going to be giving a review on my channel sometime soon, but I wanted to go back and read some of her beginning works because I absolutely fell in love with this book and I fell in love with her writing. So I purchased Legend, which is also another dystopian trope. In this book, they follow 2 characters. One, her name is June, and another character's name is Day, and they are from 2 different worlds and 2 different societies. One day, June's brother is killed, and Day becomes a prime suspect in the murder investigation, and somehow their futures become intertwined with one another, and they uncover all these different secrets within their society. So I am looking forward to reading this because, like I said, I did fall in love with Marie Lu as a writer, and I feel like she might be one of my favorite writers yet. And I don't want to read too much into this because I'm excited to read the series. I believe there are 3 books, and I will probably be ordering the other 2 from Thrift Books as well because I did see them on there and they were pretty reasonably priced. This book retails for $10 US and 11 Canadian dollars, and I purchased it for $4.19, and it was considered to be in a good condition. The only thing I will say about the book is that the pages seem to be stained a little yellow, but I think that kind of matches with the whole theme in the book, so I'm not exactly sure if that's a negative. And then it got bent in shipping, but once I put it up on my bookshelf and straighten it up, it will be totally fine. Next book that I purchased is Illuminae, and I actually really love the cover of this book, and the way that it's written is kind of like in outer space, and you get to see different transcripts and communications and conversations as well as the storyline in here. So I think it's so cool to actually be able to be in the world of the book that you're reading. So Illuminae is still a very popular book. It retails for $13 American dollars and 18 Canadian dollars. I purchased it in a brand new condition for, I believe it was $10.81. So I only saved a few bucks on this book, but hey, it was still a few bucks that I saved, at least $2 to $3. And I've never read any books by Jay Kristoff, but he does have a book coming out this fall. I believe it comes out in August or September, and it is supposed to be a vampire series, and it is on my most highly anticipated list of books I want to read in the year 2020. And I am the type of person where when I get into a book, if the author has previous work, especially previous work that is popular and has sold out that everybody has read or people have read and they have different opinions about, I like to read them just so I know, what to expect when I'm reading something from an author, and I like to give them a fair shot because maybe I read a book that wasn't my favorite by them, but they have other works that I can appreciate and I can get behind. So this is me kind of just getting to know Jay Kristoff before I read his book that's going to be released this year. The next book that I ordered is actually getting ready to hit the screens. I believe it's going to soon be a Netflix original or some type of production company or some company. I remember reading this article about books that were getting ready to get produced into TV shows and movies, and Scythe was on there. And I did read Scythe a few years ago and I absolutely loved it. I did not finish the series, so I'm gonna go back and refresh my memory on the first one, and then I am going to read book 2 and 3. This book retails for $13 US and 18 Canadian dollars, and I bought it for $12 in a brand new condition. So I saved $1 by ordering this book. Literally, this stain on the front is the only thing wrong with this book. Other than that, it is absolutely brand new. If you have not read Scythe, it is basically I guess I'm just reading a lot of like almost dystopian type books, and I'm kind of excited because dystopian books, I wish they were as popular now as they used to be, because I absolutely love them. I love the idea of thinking of what the future is going to be what the future is going to be like if all goes to hell. And one of my favorite TV shows is kind of like a dystopian TV show, which is called The 100, and I'm so excited for the new season that's getting ready to come out, because so much have happened. If you watch The 100, then you know these characters have gone through everything, and I'm so looking forward to this season. I think it's coming out in the next week or so. So I like dystopian ideas and the way that they can be written. So in Scythe, they live in this world where people don't necessarily die of old age or natural causes anymore, because they have pretty much cured everything. There's this AI, artificial intelligence, that has solved all of the world's problems, and so now there's this committee of people who now have to decide who lives and who dies, because the world is overpopulated and they can't continue to let everybody live, and they're not just dying of their own they're not just dying on their own free will anymore. So this is an interesting book. I feel like that's really all you need to know about it, and just jump into it and enjoy it. I am looking forward to getting back into this book and finishing off the series, but apparently I have a lot of series to read and it's gonna keep me busy for the rest of the year. So this is going on my TBR. I'm not in a rush, but I will get it done. Then the last book that I purchased is Warcross by Marie Lu. Like I said, I recently read one of her new releases and was absolutely astonished with her writing. So I ordered 2 series from her. The first one being the Legend series, and the second one is a duology called Warcross. And I'm excited to read this one as well. This book, it doesn't tell me what it retails for, but here we are. This book retails for $19 US and 25 Canadian dollars. I purchased it in a like new condition for $6. The hardcover had some damage on it in this spot right here, but other than that, the condition on the book is pretty good, if I say so myself. So I am not mad at it. I'm not mad at any of the books that I bought. I feel like for the prices that I paid, like I got some brand new books for under $5. That is absolutely crazy. I got books that are $20 for $7, and I really am liking this site, and they do email a lot of coupons, and like I said, the shipping is free. So if there's a book that you love that you want to add to your collection, or a book that's been out for a while that you kind of want to read and catch up with, I definitely suggest you check out this website. They even have new releases on there, and sometimes you can save $1 or $2, but if you can save $2 and you have a 10% off coupon and it's free shipping, then definitely why not just check it out. In Warcross, or in the book Warcross, it is basically about a video game that people are obsessed with, and basically is super incorporated into their realistic lives. There's a main character, Amika, who is a bounty hunter for the game. Her job is to travel around and find people who bet illegally on the game. But she makes a decision that she's going to hack into the game to try to get ahead of the cheaters and figure out who they are. But then the system kind of glitches, and she is now in the game with live action. And so she has to survive and not die. She thinks that she's going to be arrested because she illegally glitched herself into the game, but the owner actually gives her a job offer instead, where he wants her to go into the game as an undercover spy. And I find that trope super interesting. I've never read any other book kind of like that. So I think the plot is super interesting. I have heard great things about this book. It has high ratings on Goodreads, the book number 1 and book number 2. So I am looking forward to reading it. Those are all the books that I purchased. Like I said, the subtotal was about $51 for 7 books, and I paid about $4 in taxes with no shipping. So I bought all 7 books for $55. I will be doing another haul because there are so many books that I had to put on my wish list. Books that I've already read that I kind of just want a copy of so that I can own. And so I will do another video with the second book haul that I do. That is all that I have for today. Keep reading, stay sharp, stay vivid, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.